Analysts say the attack on Saudi Arabia's oil facilities on Saturday caused the biggest oil supply disruption for more than 50 years. Saudi Arabia is the world's biggest crude exporter, holding nearly all of the world's spare oil. The attack caught 5.7 million barrels of oil from Saudi's daily output. That's over 5% of the global supply. Before the attack, the country had been shipping 7 million barrels of oil around the world, especially to Asian countries. But Meralco says Filipino consumers has nothing to worry, at least for now. The company expects the attack's impact to be felt 2 months after, in November.
Magkakaroon ng repricing yan by October. As you know, yung natural gas na fuel naman ng tatlong malalaking planta na nagsosupply sa Meralco, naka-benchmark sa world oil prices. No? But having said that, yung impact naman nun ay mararamdaman pa sa November perhaps, dahilan nga yung quarterly repricing will be done in impact niyan in October. So, wag po tayong mag-alala.
About 50% of Meralco's supply comes from natural gas, which is priced based on the supply and demand in the global market. Another factor is the foreign exchange market.
If the supply is robust, if the supply is more than adequate, therefore yung presyo sa spot market hindi masyadong magkakaroon ng pagtaas yan.
To lessen possible negative impacts from the global oil market, Meralco advises consumers to conserve electricity. The Department of Energy, meanwhile, compared the drone attack in Saudi to the production cut of the OPEC, or the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Their reduced output of nearly 5.7 million barrels led to oil price hikes of 5 pesos per liter from January to September. But DOE officials say a similar price hike is yet to be concluded.
Mahirap naman sagutin yun. Magiging speculative tayo. Hindi natin alam pa ang magiging behavior ng supply side, especially kasi may sinasabi din si Saudi na kaya niyang timuhan doon sa reserve niya. Si US nag-pronounce din na kayang i-access natin yung kanilang strategic reserve. Sinasabi lang natin, kung sakali ang tanong ay walang bumalik na 5.7, ang mahanap po natin na nasagot kung magkano ang magiging effect pag nawawala po yung ganyang kalaking volume, ay balikan lang ang history.
For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Crude prices have soared following the weekend attacks on Saudi Aramco's oil facilities that have drastically cut Saudi Arabia's production. Reuters says oil prices surged approximately 20% in intraday trading on Monday. That's the biggest jump in almost 30 years. Prices eventually closed nearly 15% higher and 4-month highs. Trading activity suggests that investors expect even higher prices in the coming months. Saudi Aramco, the state-owned oil producer, has not given a specific timeline for the resumption of full output as the assessment of the attacks continues. U.S. President Donald Trump said he suspects Iran was behind the attack on Saudi Arabian oil facilities on Saturday, but stressed he is not considering war. After his locked and loaded response to the strikes on Sunday, Trump is now saying that he is not going to rush into a new war in behalf of Saudi Arabia. Washington is still investigating if Tehran was involved in the attack, even as Trump said it was looking that way at the moment. Top U.S. officials, including Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, had initially immediately blamed Iran for the blasts. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has denied a hand in the drone strikes, which hit the world's biggest crude processing plant and sent crude prices soaring.